Hi there, Libra. How are you doing today? How are you feeling? Welcome to your solar return reading, and this is for Libra Suns. So we have our solar return obviously once a year, which is our birthday, where the sun has done a full circle around our natal chart. And I'm going to do the reading for you as though month 1, month 2, month 3. So we go whether you're September or October, and take whichever month that applies to you. But this is for Libra Sun energy. And there's quite a lot of intense Libra energy as you start off your next solar year. So through September, October, we've got eclipse season, which always impacts you guys. And we've just had the full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces, which was very strong, kicking off this. We've just had the autumn equinox as well. And we've got the uh, your new moon, which is a solar eclipse. So the Libra new moon is on the 2nd of October, which is also part of the eclipse energy with the solar eclipse in your sign. So there'll be very strong energy with that as well. There could be, with the moon representing past, it could be for some of you some past something from the past is raising up in your awareness. It could be a person, it could be a feeling, situation. So you might be finding that in particular, you'll be finding that with what's happening with the black moon, with the Lilith placement. You might have Lilith in a different area of your chart, but the energy of Libra and the black moon is going to be very strong, which you likely pick up on in the Libra collective energy. We've also got Chiron in Aries and the North Node in Aries, but South Node in Libra, which is the opposition of these two energies, which could be in conjunction with the Black Moon, could be bringing up a lot of stuff from the past. We've got a lot of karmic energy, kind of the trials and temptations and the decision making. And Libra as an energy is really, and it rules for all of us, our 7th house, is the base energy of the 7th house for everybody. And that's all about partnership, it's about justice, it's about finding peace and harmony, it's about bringing things into equality, bringing things back into balance. It's very measured energy, very conformed energy, so it's about doing the right things at the right time in the right way. There's a really beautiful like luxury beauty energy that comes with Libra. Very elegant Libra energy is very elegant, very tasteful, very graceful, very loyal above all else, very loyal, very grounded in a lot of respects for an air sign, which is all around the mental, the air element. And it's about finding the middle ground. And everybody will be having this energy, especially with the eclipse season, but with the sun being in Libra, it goes into the collective as well. The sun is also conjunct Lilith, so very close to the black moon on the 3rd of October. So 2nd, 3rd of October, a few weeks leading up to and a few weeks leading from, could be very strong, very, very intense for you. It could be conversations in partnerships. It could be bringing things back into balance in some kind of partnership. It could be some karmic energy clearing out. It could be some karmic energy coming up to be cleared. There could be a lot happening for you intensely, and particularly around healing, around communication and conversation with other people in close partnerships could be romantic, it could be business partnerships, it could be people that you're really close to, particularly with partnerships, which is where Libra rules, but also like marriage, business partnerships and so on. But the equality of this, and this is about finding, it's the balance of being self-sacrificing versus going out on your own and doing something, which is your opposing energy, the Aries energy. And all of these aspects become known through this period, and obviously depending on your own personal natal chart could be impacting you in different ways. So Libra energy for you could be in any of the houses, but it's our, for everybody, it's our baseline for the 7th house, and that the essence of the energy and the quality of the energy that comes through. We've got, after this season, the Libra energy in the collective energy kind of settles down a bit, and then we've got Mars coming back into Libra in August next year. So you could find, and we will take a look at each month, and we'll take a look at the journey for you, and how Spirit wants you to, what Spirit wants you to be aware of through this year, and all the pertinent energies that are coming up. But we will, but when, as we go through in towards your next solar return, so towards your next birthday, it could be that you start to be able to take more action, or be able to see action clearly a bit more as you go towards next year. So it feels, before we've even done the reading, it feels quite introverted, very inner lesson, and then stepping into outer lesson. Definitely depends on your natal chart. But let's dig in and have a look at what is being activated for you first, and then we'll go through the astrology energy that is surrounding Libra. We've got passion. This is the partnership energy, having a passion for something. It's also the Venus energy coming through, and so I'm not surprised to see that. We'll also have a little look at like love energy, romantic energy, career or like project or public facing energy, what's being activated for you, anything spirit want you to be aware of. We'll let spirit guide this one as always. So let's have a look. What else is being activated? Throat chakra, communication, coherence. Yes, I love this for you. I think that's it. Is that it for Libra Suns, please? Yes, that's it. Okay. I was thinking 3 and spirits brought us 3. So we've got passion, throat chakra, and coherence. There is, I feel like a lot of you, it could be that you are in situations, could be at work, family relationships, friends, partnerships, romantic partnerships, or anywhere in your life, or even with yourself, or even in your spiritual journey, on your spiritual practice. It could be that you are struggling to communicate something or to have clarity around something that you want to say, or how you feel about something, how you want to move forward with something. But there's this burning passion, this burning desire that's coming up. There's something that you want to release. I feel like this is being held for taking action as you get toward like the second half of your solar year. So we've got the frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies the hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. Perfect Libra energy. It assists us in finding the balance within this intensity, moving us from chaos to the calm of its core, where we can let its long-lasting wisdom fill us up. So there is whatever, it does feel very intense, the Libra energy, and you having Libra Sun energy, it could really be manifesting in your life. It could be showing coming up and showing itself in your life. But there's where we feel really passionate about something that can be covered by other emotions, but what's really being activated for you this year is understanding and working with the energy of passion. And we've got throat chakra, the frequency of the throat chakra of the blue flower of life. Sorry, let me say that again, because there was something, I feel like there's some fluff on the card. I think it's from my jumper. The frequency of the throat chakra, the blue flower of life, supports our self-expression and our sense of peace and balance. There's a lot of this peace and balance coming for you. If you have North Node, South Node, or Lilith in Libra or Aries, this could be impacting you even more so, even more intensely. It might feel a bit deeper. It might feel a little bit more like a pull. But this is going to be affecting everybody. This is really about communication, the art of communication, the art of diplomacy, and Libra energy is the most diplomatic. Finding a solution that's the middle ground, being able to bring things together in harmony is the perfect energy for that, with everything that's involved. And it's really about finding this peace and balance. And we've got, let me put these up here so I've got room so you can see everything. Coherence. The frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality that we desire. This is it. Coherence between what you are passionate about, what you feel passionate about, and how you communicate that out. The coherence between the mind and the heart space. So being the coherence with the mind, because you're an air sign and the air element is all about communication, it's about intellect, it's about how we use words, use language, which is really important for Libra energy because of this diplomacy aspect, because of your ability and your skill and the gift you have to be able to go into a situation and bring things into coherence. There's like a coherence happening inside outside, like this 3D aspect of energy really coming in with how you're communicating, but also how you get what you want out of these situations as well. Because this is about you being able to be fair and compassionate and all of these amazing things, but without any kind of sacrifice to yourself as well. Okay, let's have a look at the astrology energy. And this very specifically is going to be in your natal chart. So if you look at your natal chart or you're interested, have a look at your transits and your progressions for this year, because that's where you're going to get that extra deep personal layer for you. But we're going to look at the Libra collective energy and what's impacting from an astrological perspective, the energy. What are we picking up on for Libra Sun, please, Spirit? Saturn return age. So some of you might be having a Saturn return. This is more karmic energy. We've got Mercury mind. I'm going to put these back in because we are going month on month. Yes, we're going month on month, but this is the first month. Let me shuffle these again. Yeah, so there's a lot of karmic energy. Do you know, a lot of you might be seeing things from your past when it relates to partnerships. So it could be exes coming back in, or if it's not an ex physically coming back in or messaging or contacting you, this could be the idea or the memory of that person, or something to do with the pattern of that relationship. Yeah, okay, so Spirit saying second month. Are we splitting? Yes. I feel like there's a lot going on for you this year. A lot of a healing journey, a self-discovery journey, like very deeply. Yes, I feel Cancer. I feel this is about you finding home in yourself. So we've got, as your on your first month, Saturn return age. So if you don't have a Saturn return, this could be this. There will be Saturn impacts. There always is as we go through the year. But this is really about the lessons that we're learning, the karma that we're experiencing and that we're cycling out. And it can be also about the dharma, the purposeful. So not just what we're releasing, but what we're stepping into, what our what that mission feeling is, what that desire, that passion feeling is. And then we've got, so this is, for some of you, this will be September. Some of you, this will be October. So this is just your month one, your personal month one. And then we've got Cancer, I feel. Feeling deeply into where you want to be rooted. Moon, soul. Again, we've got past energy with the moon here. Leo, I will. Passionate energy coming through. Creative, passionate, this desire energy. South Node, life's debts. There's a lot, there's a lot here about there's a transition between old self and new self. Big transition. And the South Node is currently in Libra energy, so I'm not surprised to see that either. Okay, we have air element communicating. Spirit's not messing around with us, are they? Okay, let me just spread these a bit so you can see properly, because I'm going to layer the cards up. 12th house, escape. This is this is where I really feel it's 6 months, 6 months. It feels very, well, actually, not surprising. It feels very half and half, which is the balance and the equality element here. Capricorn, I use. We're coming out now. We're coming out into the world in a different way. Libra, I balance. Yeah, it's inside and then it goes outside. There's a lot of inner work happening. Scorpio, I transform. Yes. Yes. I love this. Grand Cross, provoker. So this I feel like there's challenging energy just on we always go through personal challenges where we're not sure what to do and we feel torn between different decisions, and there's always a lot going on. What I feel happens through your year is you're going through this complete metamorphosis, this total transformation of self-identity, which is, it feels really positive, and then you become the master of challenge. That's what it feels like. It's like whatever challenge is coming up, whatever's happening, you become empowered by challenge rather than in any way debilitated. Second house owning, and then it comes into grounding. Then it grounds. This is it starts grounding here with this earth energy. Yeah, there's a really positive cycle happening. Okay, let's take a layer deeper, Libra, and see what else we need to know. Let me go down a little bit actually, because I want to still be able to see these. This is the year where you release everything that's not serving you, and that's a really kind of common phrase, and it can be kind of overused, but this is where you really start to bring in everything that isn't serving you. And just as I was talking about that, we've got the Two of Cups. This does not feel like it belongs here. This actually feels like a theme, so I'm going to put this over here. And the Two of Cups is partnership. because we want the journey. Where I sometimes shuffle and let the cards fall, it feels very strong to do the journey, which is in order. Yes, there we go. Okay, Spirit's just said bottom of the deck is important as well, so we'll have a look at that afterwards. Let's see what comes out. Yeah, we're releasing everything that no longer serves us, especially when it comes to headspace. So things that for any of you where you have any regrets, where you have anything that you're looking back on and you wish that you personally had done something differently, this energy that you're experiencing through this eclipse season, through September, October, is about releasing that. Yeah, we've got 8 of Swords. This is where we are in complete release with the 10 of Swords here. We're in complete release, and then you start to realize you're not going backwards here. It's just you start to realize that actually you're starting to feel, because with this, particularly with this card, we feel trapped. We can't see a way forward. We feel completely bound, and we feel like we're totally trapped. But actually, if that blindfold comes off, we can see that we're not trapped. And the water here is representing part of the emotion. It's like there's some emotion that we're avoiding because we're in our heads, we're not in our hearts. We're in our I feel as well with month 2 for you. So there is an element, there's a life is kind of asking you to be aware of emotions, or be aware that there are emotions there, even if you can't put a name to them, even if you can't label them. You've got the Star, Moon, Soul, Stars. A lot of you, astrology is going to be very important this year. With the stars, the way the stars are aligned, the where the stars are when you're born, your soul imprint. So I always kind of refer to astrology as your soul imprint. So we've all got our essence, our spirit, which is our consciousness, the deepest part. That's the self, and it's the oneness, and then that gets layered up to give us our experience in this life. And we have our spirit, which is the consciousness, the oneness, that essence that we can't, there's not even a word good enough, strong enough, descriptive enough to say what that is, because that's our true being. And then it gets layered with our personality, which is our soul imprint, which is our astrological imprint. And that is the energy that we kind of can draw in really quickly. We kind of feel opposed to that. Kind of gives us the experience of the 12 energies of the zodiac. And for you're really understanding what your soul print is, and that could be through astrology this year. It could be through many different ways, but for some of you, because the star's coming up, it could be through astrology. This is also about healing, deep healing, on a soul level, to release anything from the past, anything that feels very karmic from the past. This is also wish come true. It does feel like releasing and going into your North Node energy. So we're having wishes coming true this year, but this is also about the release of having to, if you feel that sometimes you are putting on a face and being something that you're not, because you feel like you have to do that in a situation at work, you have to be less yourself. In your relationship, you have to be less yourself. With your family, you have to be less yourself. This is going to become very apparent. Keep working hard. This is perfect combination, the absolutely perfect combination. The Leo energy is just go and create, no boundaries. This is where we really find where we shine. This is about not working hard in a Capricorn energy way. This is about, or an Earth energy way. This is about working hard to be fully in authentic self, especially when it comes to creativity, when it comes to romance. But the will, the desire, and this is all around heart space. And then you're working hard at this. You're able to do things quicker, easier, smoother. Ace of Pentacles. New start. This is a new start, a new opportunity. So something new comes in your as you go up to in your month 5. You are taking away things that have held you back. You are completely releasing anything, especially if it feels like regret. And that might not resonate for all of you, but I feel for some of you it might do. And it's really understanding the person that you are now isn't the person that you were then in those situations, whether you feel angry about the situation or frustrated, or there's any kind of resentment there. There's like a feeling of passion underneath, but there's a bubbling feeling of something when you look at in the past, and it's about really coming to peace with that. But it's not just coming to peace with it, it's about releasing it and no longer being attached to it, and just being aware that that happened without any attachment to it. But there's a whole new start here, a whole new start. We've got air element communicating. So your communicating is really about not being defensive in communication. This is about not being defensive. This is about really speaking your truth, which is why we've got this throat chakra here. Oh, I love this. Do you know why I love this? I mean, there's a few reasons, because the energy feels really amazing for you. But we've definitely got 6 months, 1 to 6, and then 7 to 12. We've got the 12th house escape. 12th house is the completion of the zodiac, 12 houses. So this is the completion. So the completion of all of the energies. This is you understanding all of the energy that you encompass, which is what you're going through in your month 3 with this moon, with the soul, this deep dive, this emotional deep dive. But then we've got the world, which is your completion card. Whatever happens in this 6 months, whatever partnership it relates to, because it's definitely connected with another here, and just how other relationships and other connections are being reflected, and how you're interacting and feeling about those relationships. You are definitely completing in month 6. Something comes to a big completion. Okay, you have got so much wisdom here as well. High priestess. Oh, this is stunning. So this is the balance. So this is the coherence between spirit and between mind and heart, but also spirit and earth. If you're trying to manifest something, if you're looking at how to kind of move in the world, what you want to call in, it starts to come in here. Oh, look at this. Look at this. I like spirit are amazing, so they obviously know what they're doing. Libra, I balance, justice, Libra. You in your month 7, 8, 9, you in your month 9 thing, it just falls into place. It just falls into place. Things balance out. Things end up being back exactly grounded, exactly where they're meant to be. There is a truth here that really comes through with everything in your life. This touches your whole life. This is extremely powerful energy. And then once this happens, once everything clicks into place, like all of the pennies just drop. And once this all clicks into place, you start to see your ships coming in. You start to see things moving. You start to see things growing. And through that growth is transformation. And the Scorpio energy, Pluto energy as well, might be impacting you just with the transformation. It feels very Pluto impacted, which is for all of us with the Pluto energy in November this year. Where was I going with that? Because this felt very strong with Pluto. You might have Pluto in Scorpio as well, in your natal chart, specifically in your natal chart. I can't remember the dates. It's like 80, if you're 80s or 90s, baby. Check your chart. I can't remember the dates of Pluto transitions, but I know that there's through 80s is Scorpio, Pluto in Scorpio, because I've got Pluto in Scorpio and I'm an 80s baby. And that feels very strong for some of you. Obviously, that it would be either side of that for others. Things start to come in. You start to transform. Your transformation, your awareness of your transformation likely won't happen until you're physically putting one step in front of the other. We do also have Mars going into Libra. I think I said this before. Mars going into Libra in August next year. So this is really where you start to take action, because all of this is quite inner. We're being defensive. We're like, there's an opportunities presenting themselves. We're still working hard, but really when you start your passion, which is our wands energy, the passion for something and our desire starts to move us forward. And then we're taking steps maybe through the whole journey here, but you start to see things come to fruition. Yes, the Grand Cross and the Tower. This is you. This is I love this energy, and there's some people that really feel worried about this Tower energy. This energy is culmination of the hard work that you've put in on a spiritual journey, on your personal journey, because the tower represents the prison, which is also this 12th house energy. It's the prison that we hold ourselves in because we've been conforming, we've been masking things, because we all mask this conditioning. Part of the thing everyone has to go through is to learn the conditioning and then break it, because we can't not have conditioning. We're influenced by everything through the mind and through our senses and through our emotional body. We are influenced by everything around us, and then it's realizing that we are not our emotions, we're not our conditions, we're not what we've been taught. There is something totally much deeper, which is this spirit energy, this, and our experience of that is the soul. And this is where you have this tower energy, this realization, this total this dissolve of anything that is keeping you trapped. And this is something that is completely out of your control. This is something that just happens. You can't force this energy. This realization could be because of another situation, or it could be just a complete self-realization. It could come to you in meditation. It could come to you as you're waiting for a bus. It could come to you as you're cooking, as you're making a cup of tea, whatever situation. It just hits you like a bolt of lightning. And then you realize actually what is true and what is not true. It's a big truth card. But this is where you become the total master of any challenge that comes your way. And it doesn't mean the challenge isn't testing. It just means you are the confidence and the ability you have to bring your gifts and your skills and your talents together to get through anything. It means that you don't have any fear about it anymore. And we've got more balance here. We've got the second house owning, not owing, this is owning. And this is about generosity. This is about giving, being given to. This is somebody being generous. This is it really comes into the physical world towards the end of the year. But you will be in a position where you will be able to help other people from a place of plenty, and other people will be giving to you from a place of plenty. And there won't be any scarcity, any lack, any conditions attached. Some of you could be moving house here, because the second house is all about our own values, and it's also about our physical possessions, how we make our own money. So if you're thinking about starting a business, especially with this partnership energy coming up and this passion energy and this throat chakra energy, there's a manifestation energy coming in for you as well, with all of this, the combination of everything that's come up for you. It could be that you are working towards your own business, working towards your own side hustle, or making your own money, or making more money. And this really starts to come into fruition, and then you're able to do the things that you want. If you want to take your family away on holiday, you'll be able to do that, no problem. There's this real positive energy, but there's this getting out of our own way energy, setting in motion a dream, a wish, and then it comes, everything is just clearing from the pathway that doesn't suit it, and then it comes in. And so Spirit said bottom of the deck was important, and I didn't take a peek until just now. So we've got death. This is the death of the ego, which is exactly what we've been talking about. The death of the ego. I feel it was just one card. The death of the ego. The death, and realizing that we can overcome death when we are going through inner experience. In particular, we feel like I feel like it's just going to collapse energy. It is this, I feel like I'm just about to die energy. And that it's realizing that going through any kind of trials and tribulations, going through any challenges, quitting our job, leaving a relationship, they are painful. They can be, they're not always. It can be painful, and it can be painful moving away from this South Node energy, because it's what's familiar, it's what we're used to, it's what we find security in, but it's what our ego, what our conditioning, for whatever language you use, whatever terminology you use, that is what is painful to come away from. And the ego and our kind of biological sense of safety and security, our need for that, is brilliant at making us feel like if we do something different, everything's going to collapse. And you realize that it's not going to collapse. There's such an expansion happening in your heart space. I can feel it now. So this is going from what we think we know to actually what we know. Everything opens up on a spiritual level as well. This really opens up. Okay, where are we going now? I actually want to look at career, public facing self first, and then we'll look at relationship energy. Okay, This, do you know why actually? I wasn't sure because I put the cards in a different order, but spirits sometimes take me to different places. And I think it's because this year is all about you doing what you want to do. This is about you finding what makes you happy, your fulfillment, your joy. Okay, for Libra Sun on this next 12-month journey. I was just about to say 12-year journey. We've got prickly situation. You need both tact and diplomacy to reach your goals. The struggle is worth the prize. Work around the issue and use a gentle touch. So it could be that as you go into your month 1, month 2, I feel like this is something that you already are aware of. There's something that feels prickly, and it's going to take that gift of diplomacy, that talent in diplomacy that we were talking about. It will take that in its full-blownness to overcome the situation, to move past it, so that there's no residual energy of this happening. Okay. And we've got shedding. You are starting to outgrow your work situation. You need to set higher goals and standards. You work well in healing and medicine with the snake energy. Okay. Some of you, something was coming in as I was talking about that. Some of you have a business partner who you feel a lot of animosity from or towards, or the situation has broken down. There is a way through. If that's your situation, there is a way through. It just needs a step back and a different perspective. So it's shifting perspective here, but there is a way through that where it can be good again. For others of you, this is about fully knowing that you're not in the right situation. If this isn't career for you, this could be just how you are in your public facing self, because we're looking at public face, like our 10th house energy we're looking at here. But you are shedding. You're definitely going from old to new. So it could be that you want to do something in healing, medicine. This is, what do you feel? Why? I also feel it's important to understand, why do you feel trapped? Is it a money thing? And which can be very influential, which has to be very influential, because we need money to pay our rent and to buy our food and to pay our bills. But there's, what is it about that? And if there is a money situation, then can you develop a plan? Is there a realistic plan where you can make the same amount of money doing something else? What is it that's keeping you feeling like you're trapped? And then once you start digging into that, the blindfold comes off. This blindfold comes off here, and we start to see the way out. What do we feel? Sometimes it could just be feeling like the step forward, feeling what it is like. Do you have an emotion, or is it just this pure passion? Is it this burning energy of desire that you want to do something? Where is that coming from, and how is that making you feel? How does your current situation make you feel, and how does this the opportunity or the idea of something new make you feel? Okay. Month 3, please, Spirit. I'm not sure if we're shuffling or if we're going to cut here. Bear with me. Okay, there we go. Make it work. You have all the tools you need to succeed, but you have to put in the effort. You excel at working with your hands and fixing problems. Some of you could be Reiki, or you could be like masseuse or reflexology, something healing with hands. Or it could be with your air energy. It could be you are really good in as a mentor or as teaching in some capacity, in some kind of education. You've got a lot of talent, you know. I mean, we've all got different talents. I feel like your talent is untapped. You have like big untapped energy. Okay. Harmony. I'm not surprised. They're both here. We've got harmony and real. Oh, look at this. Okay. Harmony. It's important for you to have a quiet, peaceful work atmosphere in order for you to thrive. Working at home or for yourself is best. I'm just going to put that there. You need to be doing something that makes you feel at peace. And we've got make it work. We've also got, so this is where you're like, do you know what? This is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be opening my own reflexology business. Reiki business, jewelry making business, whatever it is that you want to do, or this could even be, you know, something financial advice business. It could be anything that you are working on, but it's about making it work, realizing what you want to do. And there could be a sense of overwhelm here with like, oh my God, I've got all of this stuff to do now because I've decided to work on my own, and it could feel really overwhelming. One thing at a time. Where there's a will, there's a way. Leo, I will. Where you've got this will and this passion and this desire and it feels true, there is always a way. Even if you can't see it yet, there is always a way. And sometimes we need to pause before we can move forward. But you definitely need some harmony around your work or public life situation. This could also be like hobbies or community. And we've got real passion. Stop wasting time in dead-end jobs and find your true passion. Find your true passion. It's fine to experiment, but don't settle for less than you truly deserve. Don't settle for less than you truly want. Don't settle for less. Don't be tempted when you have this amazing idea. Don't be tempted to go backwards because of the overwhelm. Okay, what happens next? What happens next? There are amazing people out there that can help you, whether it's a coach, a mentor, business coach, business strategist. There are people, find people that have already done what you're looking to do. And you find somebody in that situation that has got experience that you can help, you can ask questions to, you can kind of mirror, pull energy from, in a positive way, because when people have already done that as a career and then they're teaching it, they want to give all of their knowledge and their experience and their learning and help. There's a lot of people out there. Find those right people. Okay, we've got short-term and protection. This position is temporary, so don't be too attached to it. No worries, you'll find something that's even more fulfilling and prosperous. For some of you, it's like you leave a job or you change something here, and then while you're getting your feet off the ground with this new idea, this new thing, or this new whatever it is that's new that you're doing in community or in work situation, maybe you have to take a part-time job, and it's like just the most boring thing or the most unfulfilling thing. It's just short term. Okay, so if you do need to go and get part-time work just to keep things afloat while you're getting everything else off the ground, do that. And just know that it's short term. You won't have to be there forever or for very long, it feels like, actually. And we've got protection. You are being protected from deceit and from situations that no longer serve you. Lie low for a while and you'll be shown the truth. So if you do have this business partnership, or you've got something happening here where you do feel really uncomfortable or feels like something's happened, you're being protected. When things fall away, allow them, because any kind of rejection is redirection. Allow things to fall away, and don't try and fix something that feels untrue. I feel like that's what Spirit wants to say here. This is here. Spirit's just said this here. Okay. Okay, what do we have on our second half of the year? Taking steps. This is exactly it, because it feels like we're like working things out, we're letting things fall away, we're learning, we're kind of like getting our minds in gear, we're kind of letting things ruminate, letting things cultivate, and then we're like taking steps forward. We've got taking steps and in the flow. Action is key to getting where you need to go. You can't wait around. Take a step in any direction to get unstuck and find opportunities. The universe is sending you help. Tap into your inner power and go deeper to create the purposeful life you really want to have. So whatever happens in your months 4, 5, and 6, particularly 5 and 6, allow it to fall, allow it to be chaos, allow it to be whatever it is without reflecting that back in yourself. If things feel really chaotic, let them feel really chaotic, but don't mirror the chaos. Stay true and at peace in your own mind, in your own actions, because things do get unstuck here. We're completing a huge cycle. And it's impacting lots of different areas of your life. And this is the creative energy as well, about being in the flow. You can't force the flow energy. You have to put yourself in the right energy personally in like a harmonious environment. You have to get yourself into the right vibe to then be in the flow. And it just comes, like sometimes it just comes super quick. I feel very excited for you. I do feel really excited. I'm just picking that up now. Okay. What happens next, Spirit? What happens next? This is this one. Without moving all the other cards. There we go. Outside forces. Unknown figures are driving the situation and you may not be able to control the outcome. This cycle will shift soon and you will be okay. Trust your inner knowing. Trust your inner knowing. Also, where you get anybody that says that you're very good at what you do, where you get any kind of compliment or any kind of recognition for your work, pay attention to it. Don't reject it. Pay attention to it, because when people tell you that something that you're doing is good, it means that there's that somebody's valuing it. It means that it's a value. It means that it's of support or of help or of something that you can use to move forward. So whatever happens, allow it to fall away. You'll know you are massively in your high priestess energy as we come here. So you know what's meant for you, what's not meant for you. With outside forces, just trust it. And then we've got spiritual work. Libra, justice, spiritual work. Ah, that's beautiful. Doing some inner work can help you clear before you move on. You will get insights into what will work best and serve your needs. So you've cleared out, like totally cleared house by the time you get down here. Anything that comes in after this is not so, it won't be such an impact, because you are really, this is you coming back to yourself. The spiritual work that you do this year, this is truly being in self, and that is, you're in your being here. You're no longer moving from a place of I have to or I should. This is about your truth, your being. What comes next? People skills. You definitely do. You have a flair for working well with others. You could be a diplomat, counselor, salesperson, or head of company. I transform. Everything starts to fall into place, and it's how you are communicating with people and bringing coherence into your communication and your passion. Wonderful. Okay, what comes next with this tower and the Grand Cross? What comes next for Libra? What comes next? This flipped, so I thought that's there as well. Okay, yes. We've got authority. I'm sorry, I do feel very excited about your energy and your next year, but I'm sorry if these are going all over the place. We've got authority and limitations. Obstacles are not what they seem. You can get around them with some careful thought, or simply choose something better for you. And authority. Clashes with a boss or a challenge to your power will compel you to respond. Choose a peaceful solution if you can. So where we've been in situations where we feel we have been out of control, or we've had to dim our own light or to stop something in ourselves in order to find peace, you will find because of this transformation you're going through this year, you are able to find a solution that doesn't knock you to serve somebody else, or that doesn't knock or mean that you can't communicate or express in order to keep the peace, because keeping the peace isn't about not saying your truth. And that's one of the things that you're learning in a public setting, work or public setting. And this is exactly where you've got any limitations, you know because you're now in your authority, you know exactly how to deal with these. They do not throw you the way that they did before. And then what is our final energy that we need to be aware of for Libra, please? What's the final energy here? Okay, we've got drama and relationships. Be aware of troublemakers in the workplace. The job you want may have too much upheaval to bear. Keep emotions and gossip in check. This feels like people who are threatened by your new sense of empowerment, your new sense of authority. This could be you being a boss. It could be you having a promotion. This could just be you doing really well at your job, or just people picking up an energy of power around you and being threatened by it. Don't be threatened by it, and don't worry about it. Allow that to be what it is, but don't engage with it. And we've got relationships. Business partners, office love affairs, and communication with co-workers are highlighted right now. Make choices with extreme care. This is now you doing exactly what you want to do without being influenced by anybody else. I feel like this is it. We've gone through such a transformation this year. There is no way somebody else can pull you into their drama. And this is about you going after what you want, not what somebody else tells you you should do or what looks good. This is about you having the business partner, the business relationships, people working for you, whatever this is about you having those in place for what you feel is right for you. Okay, let's look now at relationship energy, because it's gone through the entire reading so far. And obviously relationships impact us, whatever's happening. But let's have a look at what we need to be aware of. And if this isn't, okay, we've got one already. If this isn't, I'm going to take that because it feels important. If this is not a romantic relationship, take it how it resonates in terms of the energy, because we're looking at the overall energy that's impacting you. So let's have a look at, we're turning this one over. Okay, Cupid, love is in the air when Cupid's around. So just apply this how it resonates with the energy, because it could be old energy coming up, or it could be a situation that you're in with another person. So we've got love is in the air. So it could be that you're feeling excited about love. It could be that you're starting to feel like different. This feels very a new feeling. So it could be a new energy, a new love for something. This is energy. This energy is in relationships that we're looking at right now. So this is to do with people, a romantic energy. Yeah, this feels very light. This Cupid energy feels very light, feels very new. And it could be newness within an existing relationship, or it could be that you are open to a new relationship after not being in a connection, or it could be that a friendship is turning into a relationship for some of you. And we've got illusion. Avoid the trap of mistaking a fantasy for a true soul connection. This is about somebody else not there's no entrapment here. This is about you being fully at home in your decisions. This is about you not doing but we're in karmic energy very strongly for you these first few months. So this is about somebody not pulling the wool over your eyes. This also if you did have a feeling of regret or something from the past, don't allow anyone or anything to keep you in the illusion that you lost something that was important, or you did something that was wrong and you shattered something. Feels very important for a lot of you. And we've got bond. A love bond grows stronger over time. Oops, over time. A bit too excited then. Some of you, I do feel like there's a friendship turning into a non-friendship. And for some of you, I feel like it's almost like I can see you saying, oh, no way, there's none of my friends I would fancy. And then all of a sudden you're like, do you know what? Actually, I might. We've got rekindle. Every relationship has magical moments that can be rekindled. This is about finding your spark in the relationship. Feels like an exploratory energy. Finding your spark, finding something, and we've got real passion here as well. And this is on where we've got a lot of romance coming in, just in general for Libra energy. But this is finding the romance, reigniting romance in your life or with a partner. And trust. You need to have trust in a relationship in order for it to flourish. So this is about communication. This trust is about communication and obstacles. Look for ways around obstacles to find happiness. If any of you are in a relationship or experience the feelings of like jealousy or insecurity, that could become very heightened around this period. What we're kind of, or any fear from past energy. So if you had a bad experience with a partner and then it looks like the same thing could be happening with this partner, or you're worried about something happening with a new person, anything like that, this is about the communication about all of that. And the obstacle is the feeling, the energy. The obstacle is the thing the conditioning, but we are breaking through all of that in partnerships because we're speaking our truth and we're really moving from true passion, and there's a coherence that we're blending into everything. So whatever happens, know that we've got tested. Exactly, your strengths and weaknesses are being tested. This is the year where you don't. So we've got, because of the black moon being in Libra for all of, well, nearly all of this year. Well, no, that's such a lie. It's the black moon is in. So Lilith is in Libra until end of March. So where we've got September, October, November, December, January, February, March. So it could be, yeah, well, obviously 6 months, 6 or 7, where you're being tested. It's the release of everything from the past when it comes to relationships. So your strengths, it's almost like your commitment to true passion, true communication is being tested. And we've got deeply. Look deeply within to discover your self-purpose in your relationships. High Priestess. This is about you being really aware of the connection that you have to another. So if you are going through any kind of trials and tribulations with somebody and things are feeling tested in the relationship, it's looking deeply at the connection, because sometimes if somebody says something to us and it's like it really stings, and it's close to the truth, we can sometimes shut that feeling down. But it's kind of like looking at that and saying, okay, did this person mean to hurt me with their words, or were they just communicating truthfully, and has it stung me a little bit? This is the death energy. This is where we say, okay, fine, I understand now that actually everyone says that you need to behave in this way, or everyone says that if your partner works late every night, they're cheating on you. I'm giving you a really random example. That is not the case. If there's trust in a relationship and there is honest communication in a relationship, it opens up the ability to connect deeply and to have this soul connection. When people shut down, it brings this obstacle. It's and just the same principle of that apply to everything. But that's where we're being asked to really feel deeply about what is true, what is not true. And we've got signs. Watch out for signs leading you to true love. I've got a deck actually that I might get that will help with this. Well, we've got signs and synchronicity. A divine soul counterpart relationship is blessed with amazing moments of synchronicity. So where you feel somebody isn't for you because of any trials and tribulations, I feel for a lot of you, you actually realize that this is the person for you. It just isn't the person that you thought you might end up with, but you end up with a very deep soul bond relationship. Some of you haven't met this person yet, and it's somebody that you don't think that you would ever date, and you do, and it's amazing. But this is very positive energy. It's like you become an absolute powerhouse this year. Everything is directing you to become a total powerhouse. Oh, 1111. 1111 is an important number for twin flames. It symbolizes the harmony and balance of soul counterparts. Sign synchronicity 1111. Okay, so the sign deck that I was going to get is all numbers, because I was feeling like you need a number. So but I think Spirit's just given it to us. Remarkable. Notice everything remarkable about your relationships. So this really is you find somebody who is your best friend, or you deepen a connection with somebody who is a best friend, who is a reflection, who is a source of truth, who is a source of balance, of harmony, who is somebody who you can be in a partnership with that feels true, that feels grounded, that feels unencumbered by anxiety as well. Wow. This is if you want it. This energy is available in your field if you want to bring it in. So please just take that how it resonates for you. Okay. Now let's have a little look at your journey. So what's happening on your journey? Okay. We have bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius. It's about leading with love here. Conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. I'm actually, because this is not on months, so you can still see all of this. I'm going to pull that down and put everything else up here so you can see. Sorry, the perfectionist in me really doesn't like it when these move. There we go. Bring love into the situation. Conclusions are within reach. So your journey is really about bringing things into a completion this year. Prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus, and this is our second house energy owning. This, you're making decisions that brings you into prosperity and that make dreams come true. That's what's happening. Surrender to the divine, full moon. This first 6 months is all about surrender. It's about awareness, surrender, and holding your ground when it feels true to hold your ground. I feel like you'll be doing a lot of that with this. Be bold and make the first move. Yeah. Making the first move to let things go because you know that that's a karmic pattern or a past pattern that you are now have evolved from. Meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces. This could just help bring this grounding in, this meditation. A fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. Yeah. This climax is not gonna, there's gonna be a relief there's a relief with this energy, like a big relief. Okay, let's have a look. What is being activated? Where are we going? Yes. What's being activated for you on a personal level? We know we've got coherence, throat chakra, and passion. But on your spiritual journey, what is being activated this year as you go through all of this energy? What's being activated for Libra, please? Thank you. Okay. Star being healing codes. Important information. Wounds are healed. Recharging. Yes. Any wounds from the past are being healed. Trust that. Trust that's what's happening. Whatever is going on in life, trust that what is happening is for healing. It's for release. It's for healing. But there is going to be time where you need to recharge. And we've got Chamber of the Violet Flame, karmic release, radical transformation. I feel like this is the only card we needed. Maybe this is just the reading, just this one. This is where everything is held. This is the knowing. This is the transcendence of the energy that we have pulled into this life. South Node, North Node energy, and the karmic energy, the Saturn energy. It burns through this flame, and it's totally transformed, and it burns away. It's not a dissolving. It's a burning away of that energy, but it's like this the radical transformation is because for you this is radical, and it might not look like being radical to anybody else, but for you this is radical transformation, going from where you are now to being brave and courageous on the journey to who you know you are. And this is not about who you know you could be and about this success energy. This is about who you know you are, and everything else just falls into place with that. We've got everything falling into place here. Very powerful. And let's get one more. Crystal Skull Wisdom, clarity, divine healing, high vibrational energy. Yeah, it's total shedding. This is total shedding. So you get important information. There's a lot coming out as well about you getting truth, and about you getting signs or truth or communication, then making a decision. Then you get this, and then you go through something that might feel like a challenge, like we all do every year, but but you're healing through that, and it's like a release. There is a big relief that happens. The thing that might say, for example, the worst thing right now, the worst thing in the world feels like you'd lose your job. Something happens to make you lose your job, and then there's like a relief. The anxiety almost subsides because the relief is so great, and it's like you didn't realize how unhappy you were or how unfulfilling it was. And then everything else starts to culminate, all doors start to become open. And it's so easy to say when you're not in fear and you're not in the situation, but it's like this power comes out of you, and you start listening to it more and more. It's this wisdom, and you get the clarity, and divine healing comes in for you, and you start to live life on a different frequency because you're no longer trapped. And with the tower energy, this is the realization of the tower energy, but and especially with this being major arcana coming through, this is you are working towards that tower moment the whole way, because of how powerful you're being, who you are. Okay, let's see what else is being activated. What else for Libra, please, Spirit? There you go. We're at the bottom of the deck somewhere here. Let's go. Opening heart, deep connections, and water blessings. We've got the number 11 here again. There's an openness of heart that's coming, that's actually been picking up through the reading. This is about you, particularly. I don't know why I went into so much detail about this Eight of Swords energy. There's an avoidance, or not even a conscious avoidance, or it could be conscious or unconscious avoidance of emotion. The openness of heart and the water blessing, the energy of water, the emotional energy is really starting to come up and be influential in your life, and you're starting to understand it and work with it. And I feel that's what this is saying. Calming the waters, peaceful self-regulation. Yep, so you're no longer thrown by anything else. No longer thrown. So you are finding your own peace and calm. You're giving the gift that you give to other people to yourself. It's exactly what's happening. You're not holding out on yourself for anything outside of you, which we all do. And we've got 44. Harvest, gathering of blessings. Everything is pointing towards go through something, heal, understand more, take more layers off that we don't need, that aren't serving, have this shedding, and then blessing. Trust that things are coming into this harvest for you. Trust that they are growing, coming into fruition. Like we're picking up this manifestation energy as well. So this is the start of your solar journey. The solar eclipse season is going to be a very powerful time for you to manifest. But when it feels right to make a wish, to ask some, because we can ask and we can pray and we can have this we can tap into this energy, and we have free will to be able to say, do you know what, I want that experience, that's what I'm going to go for, and we have this free will. Okay, where are we going now? Not sure where else. There we go. Yeah, it's all coming. It will all come together. Whatever it looks like, it will all come together. But I feel like for some of you, you could feel like you're not quite sure the direction you want to go in. You're kind of on the status quo and feeling like, do you know what? There's no point. Don't try and fix something that's not broken. And then all of a sudden, you start to make moves and start to realize how in control of your life you are, and how in control of your decisions you are when you're so connected to who you are. We've got third eye vision, reclaim your mind. Yeah, big, powerful energy. This is all aligned to spiritual evolution as well, and your spiritual strength. Meditation, improvements require persistence. We had meditation, yeah, meditate and contemplate. So trust I feel like this is saying trust your visions. Trust your vision. Trust anything that you can see in your mind's eye. If you are bringing something to life, or trying to bring something into your life, or trying to move towards something, this visualization could be very powerful for you, or it could be just how you are, how you feel comfortable, through meditation, through experience, or you could be seeing things or be getting signs or communication from spirit with your third eye. Oh, there's one more. Expansion again. Educate your mind and senses. This is the coherence. As soon as you get coherence, things start to expand. There's a very strong Jupiter energy, which I felt earlier, and I can't remember when. There was a very strong Jupiter energy that was coming in. So check where Jupiter, what is happening with Jupiter in your chart. And the other thing I wanted to mention is with coherence, there is, if you've heard of, and you might not resonate, but please only take this if you do resonate. There's somebody called Joe Dispenza, who you might have heard of, who talks a lot about mind heart coherence and like the gut brain, and it's a very kind of scientific quantum physics based approach, which to me approaches spirituality. There's a lot of it's all about based in around energy, uh, and the coherence of energy in our body, and the impact of our thoughts and the influence of our thoughts. That could be something that that could be something that might resonate for you, or to look into. But please only do that if it feels true for you. Joe Dispenza. I cannot remember. He did a series on. I can't remember the name of it. If you Google him, it'll come up. But he did a series that was about the coherence. It was a few years old now, I think. Oh, it's going to bug me. I can't remember the name of the series that he did. So we've got Come Together. Fairies like to be busy, and a group of them is showing you that many hands make light work. Working as a team helps get the job done. So I do feel that this is about you being, sorry, I know that's a bit blurry. Let me come a bit closer. It does feel like you're working with other people, but the right people, coming together with the right people that can help you. This could be co-workers, mentors, bosses, employees, business partner, like anything. And wisdom. Have you ever been told that you're wise beyond your years? Now is the time to call upon your inner fairy wisdom to help you with the challenge. Everything that you're giving to other people, the wisdom, the care, the attention, the awareness, the advice, it's now time for this 6 months to turn that in for yourself, on yourself, for yourself. I feel a bit shaky with this energy that's coming here. If that resonates for anybody. Oh, look, come together, wisdom, challenge, abundance. I mean, yeah, the spirit's like, have you got the message yet? We get it, we get it. So we've got prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you have. In fairyland and human land, there is enough abundance for everyone. Please trust that. Please trust it. Timing is going to be different for everybody, but Spirit is being very clear that by the end of this journey, it's here, it comes in, it grounds, it's in, you own it, you possess it, you can hold it, see it, touch it, smell it, feel it. Very clear. Okay, let's have a look at how Spirit are working with you through your next year, or the main ways that they want you to be aware of how they're working with you through this year. Okay. Oh, okay, that was very quick shuffle. We have angel assistance. This is going to be in your visions. You've got very powerful beings around you helping you with your visions to help you move forward. Intuition. Trust your intuition. above all else, because you're going through a very deep transformation on the inside before it comes out on the outside, before it's visible on the outside, perhaps to anybody else, or even perhaps to yourself, to you. Trust your intuition. You will be massively trusting your intuition by the time you hit this month 7, but it could feel a little bit, you could feel a little bit uncertain about it, but trust your intuition, and spirit helping nudge your intuition towards all of these new things that are coming, that are happening. And we've got compassion. This feels like compassion, self-compassion. So where there's anything that you feel judgmental on yourself about, this is compassion with yourself. This is also compassion with others through challenge. This is where somebody's, say for example in a romantic relationship, if somebody's ego is in your relationship with you and they're being very jealous. I can't remember what we spoke about earlier, but they've felt like there was some jealousy energy, or I'm just remembering that. And they're very jealous. It's not about attacking the person for the jealousy. It's about helping them dissolve that block, that challenge of jealousy, so it comes out of your relationship as a partnership, if that makes sense. And that in everything, that could be, in a work situation, somebody that is very competitive and has to do better than everybody else when you're trying to do a team exercise or teamwork or work as a team in some way, or be collaborative. And this is not about knocking somebody for that, but enabling them to use it in a positive way, because there's light and dark energy that can be associated with anything, with any emotion, because emotions are still one of the layers that we have experience of. It's not the absolute truth. Okay, let's just get one final card for you to leave you with for this solar year, on what spirit want you to know. I say one card, we might get more than one, but let's have a look. Last words of wisdom, final words of wisdom for this reading. Oh, abundance. Okay. Oh no, there's actually another one here. We've got bison abundance, and there's something else. Personal choice. I'm not surprised to see that come out. Whenever this comes out, this is about you making the choice for yourself, which is very important for you, because what we're shedding is about other people, shedding away from what is expected of us, what we think we should be doing, just the routine of that. And I feel like that's why your personal choice. It's your personal choice what kind of relationship you're in, what you do for work. It is your personal choice. So I'll read that one last. So it's the last one that you have. And this is, yeah, okay, I'll say that in a second. Bison abundance, sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom. Keep me warm through the storms of life. Fill my life with goodness. Teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. And then we've got personal choice. And this fits, what I was going to say was, this feels very in line with the intuition. We've got intuition here, meditate and contemplate. And third eye, yeah, third eye vision here, and meditation. So this is really about seeing something in your mind's eye, in your being, in your essence, in your awareness, to tap into, and to discover the deeper layers of yourself. So personal choice. Close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? What strengths are they known for? What wisdom do they share? Embrace these qualities and trust what the decisions you make lead you to this abundance. Some of you as well might resonate with shamanic work, shamanic journeying, power animals. And it could be perhaps shamanic journeying, drumming, that kind of thing, that helps you meditate. If that doesn't, because some people don't enjoy that experience, it could be something where you might be seeing animals, or you could be experiencing animals just in everyday life, and it could be just looking at the spiritual significance of the animal. Okay, Libra, I will leave it there. for your solar return reading. I hope you've got some insight, some clarity, and some guidance from the reading today. Thank you for watching with me as always, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care.